Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. Take a deep breath. It's thundering outside. It just got dark for you guys. So this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as the feminine's Mars and the masculine's Venus. Today is June 11th, 2020, and the reading is for the second half of June 2020 for Cancers. I've already pre-shuffled. I'm just going to shuffle a few more times. If any of you are wondering who the artist is of this sculpture, this is Michael Wilkinson, and this one's called Touchstone. Okay, so Cancer. So for everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Cancer today? And let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. All right, Cancer. One more. All right, so this is for Cancer, second half of June 2020. Cancer. Okay, first card out is the Tower, as the thunder was going. Very cool, it's still going on now. The challenge for Cancer is the Wounded Warrior, or the Nine of Wands reversed, which is surrender for me, which is good. The foundation for you is the Five of Wands. And what's happened recently is the Page of Wands upright. What is crowning in your now moment is the Hermit. And that could be me because I'm a Virgo. And then coming up is the Seven of Wands reversed. And then how do you see yourself, Cancer? You see yourself as the Knight of Swords reversed. And then around you, or how others might see you, is the Empress. So your opinion of you is very different from how others see you. And the blocks that you need to clear or work on about yourself is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Perhaps that's holding back on new things, new life, new effort of money, energy, time. And then where do we end up with you, Cancer, is the Nine of Swords. And then what is the connection to what's left hanging in limbo at the end of the read? The connection is the Hanging Man. And this Hanging Man particularly is like a fishbowl, like a magician who can't get out of their tank, feeling trapped. So it's a little bit different than your typical wisdom hangman. And then what's left hanging in limbo at the end of your read is the Chariot reversed, again feeling stuck, which a lot of us are feeling that right now. You will be getting another card. You just won't see that till the end. And it may be more than one card depending on what that next card is. And I'm also going to show you the underlying energies here, which is the King of Wands, the Man of Passion, the Sexy Man. And you have a little bit of backstory here, which I'm going to get into for you. So let's see what your backstory is, and then we'll get right into the read. Okay, so we have some coming together here in the underlying energy, which could just be joy, a little bit of socializing, a group perhaps that you're connected with. And right after that, we have the Five of Pentacles, which could be exile from that once happy group. And then you have the Six of Pentacles here. You have the Seven of Cups reversed, and then the King of Wands. And he's upright. So he's this energy of sharing, perhaps settling out with others, give and take, whatever it is. Could be being charitable to others who don't have. This can be those left out in the cold. You could be someone who helps people who need help. whether it's financial, whether it's medical, whether it's, whatever you do for a living, you may help this group of people who are feeling left out. Or you literally are feeling left out, or are settling out with someone in a relationship, so they may feel left out in the cold. This is about letting go of all your emotional attachments, okay, associated with something that no longer serves you. And the King of Wands can be you, but it can be someone else. It's a fire energy. So if you have a lot of fire in your chart, that could be you, but that's not your typical Cancer energy. All right, so the recent past is the Page of Wands. So we have a father and child right there. And we have some conflict between them, but they're both upright. So this could be also father and child playing games together, expanding the pursuit of happiness together, seeing what they like to do together, perhaps doing sports together. Perhaps a father who likes hanging out with the child, who likes to do sporting activities. This can just be inspiration too. Maybe this father is at a soup kitchen helping out charitably, and they're bringing their child along to teach them to be more charitable. And that could be restitution for wrongdoing as well. So, all right, that just came up. This flipped out really quickly. And I'm just going to show it to you also that this was on the bottom of the deck, but it was connected to this when it flipped. So this is coming up at the end of the read as what's left hanging in limbo, which is the stuckness. This is the state of emergency that we're all in. And this is a stuckness card too, but this is major arcana, this is minor. This is that stubborn bull, right? So this could be the stuckness because of the state of emergency, but this could be the stuckness because of your own stubbornness. So that could be coming up as well. So also with the Knight of Pentacles coming up is the Death card reverse. This is somebody clinging and not letting go, not allowing the changes to happen. This can be someone who's stubborn, perhaps a child who's being lazy as well, could be an adult being lazy as well. But what do you deem as lazy? Are you not allowed to sit still? Of course you are. Don't let someone else tell you, especially if you're an adult, what you need and what you don't need. But this also can be not working, or the inability to work because you don't have a job right now, or disability. It can be someone who's on strike. This is someone who's not letting the changes happen though. This could be someone who's dead tired, or had a near-death experience, or just something that's taking forever to end, which is our situation right now. So it's like the King of Wands. He's not allowing all of that to affect him. All that foolishness around him. Because then we have the Fool reversed, the next card out. It's very interesting because it's like the King of Wands is dealing with all these energies which he doesn't see eye to eye with at all. These are people that he wouldn't normally hang out with because he's the man of passion. He likes to move around a lot, and these are not at all. But he's being neutral in the situation. He's being charitable here. So it's either him feeling above the other people he's giving to, or no longer allowing them and their unhappiness to affect his happiness. So that's an important message there. The Page of Wands is what? Why do we have the Page of Wands? Well, they're coming clean. So again, this could be a child who did something wrong, who came clean and now is doing restitution by giving charitably in some way. This could also just be being sneaky. All right. Somebody feeling burdened about their wrongdoing here and coming clean. About a home, or having to clean the house, right, as restitution. But someone feeling very burdened, perhaps the burden is feeling stuck at home, and this Page of Wands inspired to get out and do something. This could be doing work in the yard at home. Somebody, maybe they didn't do what they were supposed to do as far as chores, if you're a child. And this is somebody who's overworking it, or not working at all, or what you're doing isn't working for you. So you may be trying really hard to make things work at home, but it's just not doing it for you. But the Page of Wands is inspired. There's stability there and hard work, but there's sneakiness or need to come clean, And perhaps, and the overwork card could be literally if a kid did something wrong, that could be their punishment, is doing yard work. Because I'm not seeing either of them unhappy about it. The Page of Wands is fine and the King of Wands is fine. It's learning to see the perspective in every situation, even if you're being punished. Learning to see the positive perspective. That was a theme with Gemini too, so I think that's the theme of the day today. It's all in the perspective. You can see everything from a positive point of view. And then as I'm holding, this card is coming out. This is the Sovereign card. Being sovereign within yourself. If you're happy with yourself no matter what, then nothing can really get you down. And then we have this, look at this energy. This is that father and child energy. This can be a younger partner as well, but it's paralleling the father and child energy there. Learning to work together, perhaps. Or maybe this is somebody where a relationship where both are independent, so they're interdependent as opposed to codependent. And perhaps working together as well. All right, so that's just coming up after the Page of Wands. So the King of Wands may just be inspired to this relationship here. Maybe working too hard on what he's doing presently and wants to change things. Because this is coming up with the inspiration, not on him. So I'm going to put this back to see if it comes up again. Yep, see, look. The work and then new life. This is someone, Cancer may be aspiring to a new life with someone. Which this is like a power couple. This is beautiful. And they may be impatient. Maybe they can't implement it because of the situation right now. All right, this just came out. That's weird. It just dropped in my lap. So something's about to just drop in your lap. The Queen of Cups. This is for Cancer, and that can be Cancer. This is Cancer's card. Look what's coming next. It's just about to drop in your lap, Cancer. All this. Well, that's coming out. It's the pursuit of happiness, which I told you, it's this Five of Wands is the pursuit of happiness. So what is the Tower all about in the center of your read? Suddenly walking away and within, no longer being bored or apathetic or grounding and integrating an offer, perhaps accepting an offer or walking away from it, making a decision. And that's Cancer energy too. This could have to do with the full moon eclipse energies or going into the solar eclipse. The time between them. Also, this could be doing this at night, walking away and within and starting over in love, or to figure out what it is that you do love, because here something was missing. So dumping out some of those cups, maybe not all of them, but dumping up half of them to find out what you'd like to replace them with, what's going to make you happy. And you could be doing this at night. So it could be you suddenly howling at the moon at night, like suddenly inspired. You have the Tower next to the Page of Wands. It's like suddenly you feel like a kid again. You're inspired to dump a lot of what you have. Perhaps maybe you didn't leave a relationship because you didn't want to lose your stability. And now you're inspired to let go of half of it. This is walking away from the 8 and letting go of 4. Okay, at night. But you're still processing it. This is the Tower, though. It's sudden. Sudden inspiration. Oh, like a flash in the night. The flash in the night. And this is coming out right after that, of wanting to settle out or share, be more charitable, which is coming up here in the underlying energy. So you're already this energy, but it's more about, this is more about giving and being charitable. It could be settling out, but I'm getting you thinking about this again, wanting to be more charitable or more balanced in your relationships. And again, this is like giving to the poor, because here's the wounded warrior coming up. The wounded, so it could be a warrior, someone who worries all the time. Maybe you're walking away from the wounded warrior at night, the person who worries all the time, because you don't want that energy to affect you. It's like this person's ignoring them. When this person's complaining and defending their wounds, they're like, okay, and here's these people who have nothing on the street and they're happier than you. It's like ignoring that energy, not letting it affect you. So what is the challenge, Cancer, we have the wounded warrior reversed. This is the surrender. So you're not going to be that wounded warrior, the victim. The challenge is the surrender. Okay, this is the ending of a pain or a painful ending or betrayal. This could also be back pain and associated treatments, perhaps getting a massage. The surrender of a massage or acupuncture or whatever it is. All right, feeling imprisoned, which is your own, comes from your own mind, right? And this is you letting yourself out of prison, becoming inspired because of that. It's like the turning the lemons into lemonade or the nickel into gold. It's the alchemy process. Taking the negativity, your negative thoughts, and turning it into inspiration. And like I said, this could be back treatments. That definitely comes up when I go for a massage. So that comes up, and then this could be purposely tying yourself up too. Because if you don't tie yourself up, people will expect you to do something. So the only way you could get some peace was by scheduling perhaps an appointment for whatever it is, whether it's massage, acupuncture, the chiropractor, whatever it is, but there's back treatments coming up here, okay? Being inspired by it. Being inspired by having your hands tied. When you have your hands tied and you have no choice, all of a sudden you have a choice. You have a choice whether you want to feel frustrated or not. And surrender, don't forget too, can be the perspective from a masculine especially is going to see that as weakness and failure. But the surrender isn't about that. The surrender is about loving yourself first and doing what makes you happy. So you should give up something that you're not happy doing every day. Whereas we weren't taught that. We were taught you never give up no matter what. You have to take care of your family, you have to take care of your friends, the society, you have to be charitable and have to give a certain amount of money to your church or synagogue or your temple. All of these expectations, and none of that applies. It has to do with what you resonate with. You shouldn't be giving to a charity that you don't totally love and resonate with. That should be every aspect of your life so that you raise the vibration within yourself so high that it just pulls everybody else's vibrations up with you as opposed to them lowering yours. So you see yourself here as the hermit, or rather you are that energy right now in this moment. So that could be you or Virgo around you. And again, like I said, that could be me because my energy is Virgo and I'm actually Cancer rising too. So this affects me as well. So with the Virgo or the hermit energy, which can be a professional, it can be a wise counsel or a grandfather, something like that, an attorney, but any kind of advisor or professional, pharmacist. We have the King of Wands reversed. So he's upright over here, but he's reversed here. So what he is and how, if this is your energy and how you see this person may be two different things. And it's interesting because this was reversed, which I didn't know. The King of Wands is feeling defenseless to the energies or attacks or feeling ganged up on, perhaps by you or other people, but it's affecting this hermit energy. Or it could be the hermiting that's making this person feel sick, tired, or angry, defenseless to all these energies coming at them, and no longer letting it affect them. So the King of Wands could literally be the hermit at the same time, letting all this go and just being wise and seeing the light. So this is also connected to that. So this is the world, completion, allowing the world to turn, even though people are coming at you or even though you're tired because of all this energy coming in from the sun. This also can be that person marching to the beat of their own drum, no matter what, no matter what's going on around you. Okay, this is healing your childhood wounds. This could be someone this could be a baby crying, but that could be someone who's rejected, and we've all been rejected. So this could be rejection wounds and healing them. This could be just feeling vulnerable or shy as a child, but the opposite end of this same coin is that spoiled, entitled child. But either way, this is marching to the beat of your own drum, whether people see you as spoiled, entitled or not, because only you know what's best for you. So soon coming up is the Seven of Wands reversed. Whoops. Well, the Chariot just turned over. turned over a new leaf. So this is how they came up. Hold on. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything else. All right, so this is how they fell on the floor. The chariot is upright. It was reversed before. So it turned upright because we were just talking about a change in perspective. And there's the magician fully empowered, and this is post-war PTSD issues. Whew, and I'm sweating like crazy now. So there's a lot of masculine energy coming in right here. And this had to do with this. This also, the seven of Wands reversed, feeling ganged up or attacked, is a good thing because, you know, when you hit bottom, you learn not to care anymore. And that's when you learn to just be your authentic self as opposed to all of the things we've been taught growing up. Other people's templates, not yours. You need to follow your own inner guidance. But it's important to meditate and do other things like meditation in order to ground yourself so you understand that you're connecting with your true guidance. So this is feeling defenseless to the energies or attacks or feeling ganged up on. And with that, you have empowerment, boldly moving forward in your magician empowerment, all right, ending the war. And there may be some PTSD to deal with, or looting, people stealing from you. But that's okay. It's just part of the journey. It's about not letting anything get to you. Being happy with yourself no matter what is all part of the journey. And I am sweating like crazy. And coming up after that is the Lovers reversed and the Emperor. So there could be a war between the Chariot and the Magician energy and then the Emperor on the other side, because there's no affection here. And there was definitely a war. It's over now. But they were two sides of very powerful energies. So there could be Cancer, the other one could be Virgo, Gemini, and or Aries on that side. And then this is Aries for sure on this side. And then there could be Gemini involved there too, since we have the Lovers reversed. So, and it's still thundering outside. You see yourself, Cancer, as the Knight of Swords reversed. Why? You could be holding your tongue. You're holding your tongue because you wouldn't, if this was lashing out and being verbally abusive, you wouldn't be at this status. This is someone back in the saddle or high on their horse. I mean, there could be a little bit of arrogance here, but this is someone who is bringing in good news. They're successful, having victory. It's like the victory lap, but also could be leading the way by holding your tongue. So when you're the leader and you have something negative to say, you can't always just say it because it may cause a lot of fighting. And this may have caused fighting in the past, but now if you change your perspective, holding your tongue will allow you to play instead of fight or pursue happiness. All right, this is about coming in. This could be even a garage sale. This is somebody coming along. Someone's dumping all of their stuff, dumping things that no longer serve you, whether it's people, places, things, and having victory in this, letting go. It's like I don't need to say anything or lash out at anyone. All I need to do is just no longer have that energy in my life. So, yep, and then we have the Five of Wands here again. And this could literally be a garage sale where people are fighting for all your stuff because it's really good stuff. This could be playtime. This could be sports, the pursuit of happiness, right? The quest for the impossible dream. Dumping out all those things that you like, but maybe you don't love them. Maybe you should have everything in your life that you love only. That's it. And then we have, as I'm saying that, you have the King of Swords. There may be a King of Swords that you love. This is somebody performing or doing the daily grind. Or this could be your energy. Maybe you have air in your chart. Because we have the King of Swords upright. And then the Knight of Swords reversed. So that could be a King of Swords who wants to lash out, but they're holding their tongue because now they're going to be in their truth, and their truth is love, because our energy is just love. So what's around you or how you're seen, Cancer, and that can be very Cancer energy. It's a Taurus card, but she is the mother, which is very Cancer. So why is the Empress energy in Cancer's environment? Well, we have also justice, truth and balance. Again, she could be leading the way. That could be how people see you as a leader. The Empress who has everything together. This is any kind of justice or fairness, whether it's court, legal, whatever it is, but this is also Libra energy. And then we have impatience here. or a fallen angel. So this is about justice with someone who did something wrong because of impatience to reap what they sow. And that could be a Sagittarius energy who's just reversed, or it could be, again, that war could be Libra on one side, Sagittarius on the other as well. It just can be in court, right, with someone who lost their temper. And that could be the perspective here, you know, lashing out. You know now it's all it's going to get you is in court, right? Because you lost your patience or lost your temper. When all you wanted to do is just reap your rewards and be at peace. This is dreaming. Dreaming about what you could do with your stuff, but unable to, impatient to get out. And this could be, you know, maybe there's a Libra and Empress energy. They're impatient to get to, but they're frustrated and they can't. And this could also just be a Taurus person who's around you, Cancer. And you may have this verbally abusive person in your energy. You could have somebody lashing out at you, but you're not letting it get to you. The blocks that you need to work on or clear has to do with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Why does Cancer have that there? Moving to peace. So you may be holding back time, money, and energy and or a new life in order to find a peaceful place or a peaceful place to go. Perhaps needing the courage or walking away from Leo or ego energies who are out of control. And perhaps receiving love because you walk away to find peace. It's like if you stayed, this wouldn't have been here because you're dealing with ego and out of control energies or weakness. And then when you walk away from what doesn't serve you, all of a sudden it's pulling in an offer of love. So why does Cancer have the Nine of Swords there at the end? This can be suffering in silence, stressed out, up at night, not sleeping, headaches, whatever it is that's bothering you at night. It has to do with this very strong connection. And that could be just a Capricorn person or codependencies and addictions. It could be a codependency to a person or relationship. Or it's just a Capricorn person that you feel chained to. Or maybe you're connecting with energetically, but you're not with them physically. And that's why you're sad at night. This is getting clarity in the situation, though. Perhaps you run into someone who waves in order to give you some clarity in a situation. Or this suffering in silence is just purging that goes in waves. So it's just part of the ascension process where you're just purging. So it's not really about great trauma, but sometimes the purging process can feel like great pain, right? But it's paralleled with the hermit being isolated and going within and being wise. And the hermit's upright. So it definitely could be just purging. Purging codependencies and addictions, or somebody waving, or this purging process is going in waves. But it's truly about connecting with your higher self and gaining clarity in the situation. And then you have the hangman upright, but feeling trapped in a situation there with this hangman. Feeling trapped in the purging process or ending emotional cycles of unhappiness. This could be a family ending as well. We have the Page of Pentacles, which is the student or an opportunity or an invitation. Like ending this cycle so you can start something completely new. So it could be a new project or a child going back to school. Perhaps dealing with someone who maybe did you wrong and getting past them. And that then makes them feel guilty for what they did. So allowing yourself to hang and be wise, and instead of struggling to get out of the trap, just allowing will allow it to come to you. If you're stuck right now, just allow it. The Chariot's reversed, because remember, as we were talking about the perspective, when you change your perspective, all of a sudden the Chariot is upright and you're making magic again. So why do we have the Chariot reversed there at the end? Because the truth needs to be presented. in an energetic exchange. This is the arrows of love as well. This can be just expressing your feelings. And then there's the tower reverse, which is in the aftermath of sudden events, which you have the tower in the middle, and that could just be that thunderstorm that came. So maybe that thunderstorm was all that needed to come in to release the energies in the atmosphere so that the truth could come in and be cleared and clearly get across to others that the worst is over in the aftermath of sudden events or epiphanies, or that this energetic exchange is real, which then pulls in this Knight of Wands, presenting the truth and energetic exchange, feelings of passion and arrows of love can get you past this block of the aftermath, right? The PTSD, the looting that happens after the war, or it can be the avoidance of that as well. Sometimes it's just a little thing like a thunderstorm that just needs to pass before you can get through it all. And then you come to this. You see that? So it's just a little stuckness. So don't let a little stuckness get you down, because the truth will set you free. The truth of an energetic exchange. This is an unseen exchange between two people. It's a flurry of activity, whether it's communications or travel, or it's literally the energetic connection between two people. And we have this between Cancer and then the Knight of Wands rushing in. So then you have the next card up is the Three of Swords, which has to do with heartbreak, separation, feeling stuck, right? Maybe your heart feels stuck. This can also be it could be a cardiac cath, something simple where you're just in and out of the hospital, a heart issue. There's impatience here. Or this could be outpatient procedure. So somebody might need, this came up yesterday, cardiac cath, so it may be a Cancer who needs that, or somebody around you, but it's coming up with the Chariot card, which is reversed. So you might need to be down for a bit. And this is Sagittarius energy. So it could be Sagittarius or Cancer or Capricorn there. But with Sagittarius running in. All right, so maybe someone not so fast, young man or young lady. So this may be a Sagittarius who needs to just, they may get ill or have a procedure because they need to learn to be more patient. So right when they're about to rush in this situation with the truth setting you free, they may be held back because they're rushing in again and they need to take better care of their health. So it may not be you, it may be someone else around you who wants to come in to see you. And that then will set them free. And that could be someone separating as well. It doesn't mean that you have heartbreak and separation. It could be somebody around you. You're stuck until perhaps this Sagittarius energy is separated and is free. Because then we have Aries energy here, along with the Page of Swords, who then may feel new again and perhaps a little bit unsure of themselves. Perhaps there's a little bit of communication, but not much. But this is really beautiful coming up for you, Cancer. Okay? So let's clarify those two. Why do the Three of Swords with the Temperance reversed? Okay, that can be social distancing and the separation that it causes and the impatience that it causes. This also can be negative groups and bad influences around you. This could be a third-party situation as well, or your overindulgences being stuck. Someone might not be taking care of themselves, which may cause a need to rest or get rest after a hospitalization. Or this is literally connecting with a third party in the 5D. And being present to it, being present to the moment. So why do we have the Fool then with the Page of Swords? Because that could be somebody finally free after a separation to send a message. And then the Nine of Swords is upright. So usually this is chronic for me. But in this situation, this is saying that you're purging, like your purge, as soon as this releases, where this person has freedom to communicate, then your purge is done. And there's that need to lash out is over, or you're holding your tongue for that last little bit, because then it's the energy turns upright to the King of Cups. So normally this would be negative for me, but in this situation, for some reason, it's not. It's about letting go of those harsh energies, because this is just a purge that you were just going through. It's not a big deal. you know it's severe when you feel it, but you know you're going to come right out of it again, to the King of Cups. So it's really beautiful there, in order to give a really nice message. But then we have this energy for this person. There's unhappiness or lack of satisfaction here with self-satisfaction in holding back words. This may be someone who's unhappy with themselves. Maybe they choked coming forward to the Empress because she's the Empress, so they were intimidated by her. This could be someone who's not happy with themselves because they deliberated for so long, or they made a bad decision, or they choked on their words, or they're now choking on words. Maybe they said stuff that they're not proud of or happy with about the Empress because she's the Empress. And that could be you for sure coming up here. All right, so that's really good for you, Cancer. The underlying energy is coming up here as a need to make a choice. All right, so you're choosing a path, and there's the Hermit that came up in your now moment. So the Virgo is shedding light, or the Hermit, professional, old wise person, friend, whoever it is, even your pharmacist, choosing a path, perhaps to take advice or heed your own advice and share, settle out, be more charitable with the wounded warrior, which could be your own inner self, right? Being kinder to yourself and not judging yourself, being less judgmental. But at the same time, making decisions when you need to, but not for others, for yourself. So we're going to pull some oracle cards for you. First, we're going to pull from the energy deck. And this is for Cancer. This is really good. There's a perspective flip energy theme today, because Gemini had, like, their perspective, as soon as they flipped their perspective, their whole situation changed around. And this is happening for Cancer too, where all of a sudden, when someone allows the separation, allows themselves to walk away, all of a sudden the stuckness flips, and then there's freedom and an ability to communicate here. And you may know this Knight of Swords, reverse energy, that may not be your energy at all. It may be someone in your energy who has harsh words to say. Because there's a fight perhaps looming over here, but it's very calm with the King of Wands. The King of Wands may want to get to you, but someone is in your energy causing negative energy there to block the two of you from coming together. That could be here as well. It also could your negative thoughts, you needing to hold back those thoughts, knowing they're not real. That really, the true energy that's coming up here is the Empress and the King of Wands, upright, both of them. He's inspired, and she's holding back a new life to get past this purge here, because she knows it's just temporary. Just she feels trapped in this purge and the stuckness of the emergency, or perhaps an emergency where someone gets rushed to the hospital for a small procedure. And then finally, after impatience of getting through that, then you're free to be released and send a message. So whether that's you or the person around you. So it's positive either way. So what is the energy here too? Let's see what other signs were in the read for you. I didn't call them out. We have a lot of fire here. Definitely have Aries and Sagittarius. We have Virgo. We have Scorpio. I'm just doing the majors, not all the minor cards, because it's, a lot of signs there. But we have Taurus here, Capricorn, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aries. Yep. There's Libra here too. All right, so for Cancer. Cancer, what is your advice? Whoa, the whole deck flipped out. So this flipped out from me. So cornucopia, I just want to show it to you. And then the other cards are right balancing on my hand right here like this. I'm just going to show you what this card is, and it's upside down. Door to value. So perhaps your values are distorted right now. You just need to, that's perspective. You just need to flip it back around again. And these two cards were separated. So door to romance is the thinking woman. So thinking for yourself. 33, I'm going to pull again, but I just wanted to show you what came up there. And then this other section also fell out, and then the broken hearts here. So again, that could be that heart procedure, or it can be a broken heart as well, or that being separated is breaking your heart. So what is the advice for Cancer here? What is the advice for Cancer? I'm sweating, a lot of masculine energy. We have second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So that's the sexual and creative chakra. 36 is also the 10 of Wands, the burdens that you're carrying, the weight of the world upon your shoulders. So it's about focusing on your creative and sexual energy, and the Magician in the mirror. And Gemini got this too. Okay? So this is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords reversed energy. That would be him like this. The 10 of Wands was upright, so this is definitely upright. And this could be like, don't speak the negative words that are actually your father speaking. So you may have the urge to respond in a way that was like your father. And that makes sense for me too, because my father was a Gemini. And although he was a great person, he could be very, he was Gemini. He could have impatient streak for sure. So there could be a Gemini energy around you that has an impatient streak, or you could have Gemini in your chart. So don't allow that impatience to define who you are, because that's not who you are, you're love. So go back into your feminine energy, and then there's the door to spirit, allowing that energy to come in. And Gemini got this too. This is the purifying. Purify your impatience. Or maybe you need to, if you have patience, you need to not see patience right now. You need to purify your stress levels here. 32 is the journey. Allow the purification. And again, you're going through a purge. So knowing if you're frustrated or lose your temper, it's just a purge you need to process, and allow the purification process to happen. And it's coming up from the sexual and creative energies from your sacral chakra. And then the underlying energy here for you is the attachment issues. So removing the mask. So when you feel attached to something and then you feel pulled away from it, that may cause that anger, frustration, because it's fear coming up. And 5 is that expansion energy of that 5 of Wands there, because that can cause play time or it can cause fight time. It's all in your perspective and your choice. And allow the purge to just come through you. Don't push it away. But if you get frustrated and angry, it's not about lashing out at others. It's about keeping yourself in an isolated place where you can either lash out on a pillow or go for a run or meditate or take a walk, whatever makes you grounded again until you're good. And you know it's just temporary. So it's just you allowing your process to happen, which is perfect. And then one more card. Oh, we have 2 decks still for you to do. It's just a long read. Okay, so for the angel crystals for Cancer here. It's really like a purging process of learning what triggers you to frustration and anger, and how long it takes you to get through that purge, and allowing it. Just allow it to go right through you. Like when something, and it can even be something good that comes up, but then you get nervous about all the planning around that, which then can cause frustration, and you seeing that in you, how you react to certain situations, so that you can flip that perspective and see it as a good thing. And if not, if you need to cry or purge or yell or go for a run or play sports, great way to let all that out, or just need to be still sometimes, or perhaps meditate to see a new perspective. You have Rubellite coming up here, passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So like I said, you may have a new project coming up that you're excited about, but then it causes your mind to start going. So you need to maybe you've been going within a lot lately, and all of a sudden there's a flurry of activity in your mind, and you need to learn how to rein it in again and not let it overwhelm you. And when it does overwhelm you, allow that too. Just take a time out. We also have Charoite, spiritual protection. You're being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So stop worrying. You're taken care of. So you got your purpose. It's basically confirming. If you just decided on a new project, it's confirming that it's good for you. Tiger's eye definitely came up. I was literally holding some stones that I moved earlier. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Okay. And then Garnet is also coming up. Garnet is purification and detox, which came up in the read. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So whatever triggers you, there may be some things you need to clear out. And then this is the underlying energy is fluorite. Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out, no matter what. Okay, so it looks like you have a new passion project because you had the sacral chakra come up. You may feel a little triggered because you feel anxious or excited. They're two sides of the same coin. They're the same thing. So instead of saying you're anxious, you might want to say, oh, I'm not. I'm just excited about what I'm doing. I'm not, and I need to make decisions, but I don't know what those decisions are yet. Or I don't even know what the questions are yet. So I'm nervous or I'm excited. All right, this is for, we have the courthouse, so there may be something legal that you need to take care of. We have the main female reversed, and then messages reversed. So no messages, maybe no news is good news here. And this could be in a courtship situation. So whether this is your legal issues or someone else's legal issues who may be coming forward, or if you're starting a new project or a new house, whatever it is, there's legal issues here, right? And that might flip you upside down a little bit, because there's no message. It's not time yet. So it's just, you know, you're jumping the gun here a little bit. I think that's all it is. So you're feeling that stress and learning how to deal with it. The underlying energy is the privileged lady. So after the adjudication is over of whatever affection wasn't working out for you because you just cleared out what's no longer working for you or no longer serving you, there's no longer concern, perhaps about health. Maybe health issues are being taken care of and gotten out of the way. No more affection here with people who don't have affection with you or who had legal issues with you. And it's like you've cleared all that out to be in this state of being privileged. This is the Empress energy. She's younger, but this is the Empress energy here. This is you right now if you're the feminine for sure, or just an abundant masculine as well. Yeah. So I think you're just being tested with new things coming up in your life now so that you can learn how to process through them. But this is really good news for you. It looks like two separate people are processing through two different situations to come together. That's what I think. I'm going to pull you a Romance Angels card. Let's see what comes up. For Cancer, love life. Cancer, love life. Just a quick card for us here. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. And then pay attention to the red flags. All right, and that can be you, or it can be regarding the person in your life maybe separating from someone else. So it can be both ways. So if you're coming together with someone and either one of you is still in a relationship or still has ties, it may be that separation that signs are cautioning you. So make sure you're doing things that are for your highest good, and let your friends help. And also if you're going in a new project or you're moving, there may be separation because you're going through a big passion project right now. And the underlying energy is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, Cancer. I hope that was helpful for you. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, and get your nature. And as always, rise and be love, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.